Character traits common to successful entrepreneurs. But first, we should know what is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk, and they are commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. An entrepreneur must also have characteristics in leading a venture. First is a risk taker. An example of this is Mark Zuckerberg, the co-founder and CEO of the social networking Facebook, as well as one of the world's youngest billionaire. Zuckerberg once said, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that's changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks." And Mark did. He dabbled in programming since he was in school. He developed games and one of it is some kind of smart media player called Synapse, which was able to analyze the tracks a user listened to. Microsoft was ready to pay him a lot for that program, and they also offered him a job. Mark took risks and declined the offer. He already plans of his own. Also, he took risks and dropped out of college to devote himself to his new company, Facebook. Second is persistent. William Henry Gates III, also known as Bill Gates, is a co-founder of Microsoft together with Paul Allen. They founded Microsoft. At first it was not smooth sailing, but because of the persistence of Bill Gates, his intelligence allowed him to see all the sides of the software industry, from product development to corporate strategy. And he improved the operators and expanded the uses of Microsoft until it became successful. Following on from making mistakes, to succeed in business, you will need to have a lot of patience to persevere through the good and bad times. His co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen, always praised Bill Gates' perseverance. He wouldn't give up until he reached the result he was looking for. Third is the systematic in planning and monitoring, and the example of this is Paul Gardner Allen, also known as Paul Allen, is an American business magnate, investor, philanthropist, and co-founder of Microsoft. Paul Allen is practical, down to earth with strong ideas about right and wrong. He is orderly, organized, systematic, and controlled, and he employs decisive and methodical steps to problem solving without giving up early. Paul Allen is a person of thinking and planning. Having well-developed business mindset, he is good at making effective planning, setting goals, and working out the best way to achieve them. Fourth is self-confidence. Richard Branson, the flamboyant entrepreneur behind the Virgin brand. Richard Branson excels at articulating. He challenges the employees and encourages them, and creates a dynamic environment which motivates them to always work hard. He wants to motivate them to be entrepreneurial and ready for their next venture. Lastly, goal setter. Stephen Paul Jobs, or mostly known as Steve Jobs, was an American business magnate, industrial designer, investor, and media proprietor. Also, he was the chairman, CEO, and co-founder of Apple Incorporation. Steve Jobs was a fervent goal setter, setting long-term and short-term goals along the way. The goals help him to outline a strategy for achieving his dreams of creating simple and beautiful products that work well and of adding an enormous amount of value to the world. Goals help us more from one point in life to another, and without an effective strategy for setting goals, life can seem so meaningless. As what Steve Jobs says, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it.